to Immortal Phoenix Rising. I recently got that.
You needs to. Wonderful game.
Yeah, that game is low key fire.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Planet Xbox Podcast. I am your host, the Best Spot Kid Smooth, and we're gonna go around the panel. Shout out, fresh from Miami. Wow, fresh back from Miami. Coke Boy Jay, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. I feel amazing. Miami was a great trip. There was a lot that was happening over the weekend, but overall, I had a lot of fun. My friends had a lot of fun. So a lot of people ask me, do I want to go back? It's like, yeah, I want to go back, but I don't want to stay because it gets pretty crazy out there. I like the pace of where I live at right now. So overall, it was really, really good. Just happy to be back home with my family and some of my friends back home and get to do the podcast with you guys.
Absolutely. Happy to have you back. And of course, we also got himself a next generation PlayStation coming. Chris Righteous.
Yes, sir. Yo, what's up, Planet Xbox? Hit the like button, share the stream. What up to the chat? Everybody who's gonna watch this afterwards. And yeah, man, quick little story, man. Like, so y'all know it's, for at least a week and a half now, I've been heavily looking for a PS5, for a PlayStation 5. And, I kept trying Best Buy, whatever would come up. I was getting no luck. And then Sunday comes around, right? And I turn my PS4 on, I play for a little bit. Then, I leave it on because I have the timer set for like an hour for it to shut off, right? Mm-hmm. I do something else, whatever. I come back and it's off, and I was like, all right, that was just the timer that went off or whatever. I went to go hit the power button, it didn't turn on. I'm like okay, so I reset the power cord or the adapters or whatever. I hit reset and everything, resetted everything, whatever, and it still wasn't going on. I put the plug into another outlet, it still wasn't coming on. So I'm like, oh fuck, man. So my PlayStation 4 is like my PS4 Pro. It's like completely dead. Like it's like just completely dead, man. And I was pissed, man. I was like, yeah, but that was like the first model of the Pro. Like I got that shit day one in 2016. So I had it for like 5 years, right? I played it all the time. So I was like, man, this is like the worst time because I can't find a PS5 and my PS4 Pro just died. Bars or whatever. So in come Monday night, I was watching, right around 11:30 to midnight. I started watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Disney Plus.
Gotta watch that,
by the way. Yeah. So I have all of my notifications. I'm following a lot of accounts on Twitter that alert you whenever the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox goes back in stock. So I have like my notifications on all those accounts. Wario64, PS5 stock only. A couple of those accounts or whatever. All of a sudden, boom, or like around like midnight, I get a notification. I look, and they're like, "Yo, PS5 bundles are available at Sam's Club." I was like, all right, let me try this. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? I had to make a little temporary guest account because you need a membership for Sam's Club. Mm-hmm. And I was going as quick as possible as I can, using all my auto fill-ins and everything like that. And then, boom, next thing you know, I put it in the cart, checkout. Boom, got the email confirmation, the shipping, and everything like that. So I secured it, man. I was
nice.
Like, fuck yeah, man. It's a bundle, right? It's a bundle, right? But I don't care. Because what I'm getting in the bundle, I was gonna buy anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even matter.
How much is the bundle? Like $700 to $800?
No, it was only $640, and it comes with
Miles Morales.
It comes with Miles Morales Ultimate Edition, which includes the
other Spider-Man.
2018, an extra DualSense controller. And then just a month of PS Now. But that I don't give a fuck about that PS Now. I'm probably just gonna give that away on like Salty's podcast or whatever.
So you got Miles Morales, the extra controller, and then that's similar to what I got with my Xbox.
And that was just the bundle. You know what I mean? So total it turned out to
Game
be
Pass, all that.
Yeah, so total like plus tax and shipping and all that, it turned out to be just a little over $700.
Okay.
So
yeah, that was the same for me.
Yeah.
It's not too bad because it's like more likely stuff that you're going to get anyways.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was going to get an extra controller. I was definitely going to get Spider-Man with the remaster. So it's like everything I was going to get. So it's like it didn't matter either way. The only thing I'm gonna pick up next is Demon Souls. So, but yeah, man, I'm super happy, man. Hopefully it comes soon. Hopefully it comes soon, and yeah, man. But we here, man. The top 5 pony according to Smooth is here. So so.
And we got old man Logan, fresh off of what? Are you coming off a stream?
No. I've been just been hanging out and just playing games today.
Gotcha.
No,
yeah.
I was streaming last night and the night before that playing Marvel Avengers. No streaming today. I might pick up some streaming after this though.
All right.
Trying to give me some achievements, playing games, trying to clear out that backlog. What a time to be able to do that.
And you know what? Another thing, I'm glad I got that bundle because there's some bundles that would have came with something that I didn't care for. Like it would have gave me like Call of Duty or some shit I don't really care about.
Yeah,
sometimes
2K.
bundles do that. Yeah, they would have given me 2K or some shit like that. So I'm glad this bundle it was just an extra controller and Spider-Man Ultimate Edition. I was like, that's perfect. So.
I got so I also like this week. It's been sort of like a cool week because I was able to secure the second Xbox that I was looking for. I did the Best Buy drop. Was it Best Buy? Yeah, it was Best Buy. But it's a situation where you have to go and pick it up. So I got to go pick it up tomorrow from Best Buy, and then I had to
be safe, man. Be safe.
Yeah, I might not even I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I picked up things during during this era. I'm probably gonna go either like first thing in the morning or my lunch break tomorrow. Who knows? And then I managed to secure another one 2 days ago. But a bundle.
Wait, so you're about to have 3 Series X?
No, but the third one's not for me. It's for
okay.
my friend was trying to get one because I was trying to get one for him like during like the Christmas time, and then I tried to get one for him during his birthday, but we kept missing drops, me and his wife. So for Christmas, since she couldn't get the Series X for him, she just upgraded his TV to like a 4K TV so that when we do get that Series X for him, because he was on a 1080p TV at the time, so when that we do get the Xbox, he'll have a proper TV for it. So once I let him know, I was like, hey, I'm gonna try again. I got a Series X now. The second one I've been meaning to get a second one for myself because the issue I'm having with mine, and then I'm probably gonna get rid of my Series S. So I was like, I'll send you mine. If you want it, just send me whatever, and I'll send it to you as soon as I pick it up. And he was like, all right. So if he didn't want it, I wouldn't have tried to get a third one. But he said no, he still wants it. So I was like, all right, cool. So being that he still wanted it, I was like, all right, let me try to get another one. And another one, the one that came recently was a GameStop bundle, but it was like $740 because it was the Series X, another controller, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Hitman 3, a $20 GameStop gift card, and 3 months of Game Pass.
Oh, that's nice. That's not a bad bundle.
Yeah, so it's
not a bad
trying to get you everything there.
Yeah, so it's a great bundle, but the thing is, all I'm personally the things I'm gonna keep obviously is Game Pass and the $20 Xbox gift card, but the extra controller, Hitman, and Valhalla I'm gonna send because I don't need Valhalla, and Hitman I don't care to have it, so I'm gonna bring those actually back. Returning to GameStop so I can get my money back on those, the full value of that, and then I'll just send them the console. So, but that was pretty much my week. What has everybody been playing though? Like, I know, old man, you've been on like Marvels recently. How you? I mean, you played it at launch, like when it originally came out.
I played it a little bit at launch on the Xbox One X is what I played it on, and like I liked it. It was all right, but then the game came out like a very poor time where like everything else launched, and so it just kind of got put on the wayside. And then on top, at launch, it wasn't really that great. They had a lot of issues and stuff with it. So like they definitely have updated it, especially with the next gen upgrades and stuff. It's a lot better now than what it was. But it's still a games of service game. So if you're not into games of service type games, you might not dig it. Like the campaign was fun and the gameplay was fun. But I'll probably be done with it since I just finished it up last night.
Okay. I've started Marvel's Avengers as well. I'm still early in it. I ain't gonna lie, dude. I purposely ignored this game at the time of release because it came out in September. New gen consoles was coming out in November, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna hold off and get the next gen version. I bought the game on sale back in January when they had their Square Enix sale, and then I just kind of let it sit until the next gen came out. But no, opening sequence, I was hooked. Visually, I think the game looks great. Obviously the performance mode, this game's running at 60 now, and it feels good and whatnot. My excitement for the game calmed down a little bit as I progress through the story. So now I'm just like, okay. I've also been playing the Outer Worlds DLC. I finished Pero on Gorgon, and I just also completed Murder on, I can't say the name of that place. Edidron, it's weird as fuck, but pretty much it's the Halcyon Helen case, but which both were great DLC, especially the most recent one. But I've been posting on Twitter the issues I've been having with it, because I don't know if anybody else has been having issues with it, but it's like there's this like bug where it just crashes the game towards the end of the DLC, and I think it's a save related crash, because anytime the game, I guess, tried to autosave, or if I tried to manually save, it would crash the game, or if I did something to progress the mission, I would dashboard crash every time. I found a workaround, which after every objective, I would manually save it, but I couldn't overwrite a save I already had. I had to do a new save file, and I would do that like every 40 meters after I did the last boss. But finished it, thought it was great. Private Division finally responded to the complaints, and they said a patch should be coming soon. So for those who haven't, started yet, I suggest you start with Para on Gorgon, get through that, and then by the time you finish that, the patch should be ready for the recent DLC.
Yeah, I was playing Persona 5 Strikers, but like I said, my PlayStation 4 Pro died, so I haven't really been playing anything.
Is your save file uploaded?
Yeah, I was gonna say, hopefully your save
No,
file.
yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Oh,
What's crazy?
That's gonna be a bad day.
Saturday, I did that Saturday. I don't know what, because I was like, since I'm looking for a PS5, let me just go ahead and upload all of my shit to the cloud that I want, right? And I did that shit Saturday, and Sunday my shit died.
Damn.
Yo, you're lucky, bro. You're fucking lucky.
Yeah.
Sunday, no, but I still got my hard drive that I can pull out,
Yeah. But as long as you uploaded everything, it's just so convenient, because I did that before I got my PS5. I do it occasionally. Xbox does it automatically for me, so I like that. And I set it on my PlayStation to do it automatically from now on as well. So it just uploads my saves file to PlayStation's network automatically, so I don't have to worry about that. But as long as you got that, you're good, man. It's gonna load up on your PS5.
No, but you know what? I wasn't even planning to get rid of my Pro. At least not for now. I was still planning on keeping my Pro and just put it in the room.
Yeah, I have my PS4 Slim. I still have that, and my PS3 as well.
But here's the thing: I still want to fix the Pro. I'm gonna send it to a repair shop to see what they can do with it, and if they can fix it. So, but right now my number one priority was getting the PS5. So, yeah, that was crazy because I did that. Saturday I uploaded all that shit, but then Sunday my shit died.
In regards to games played before I left from Miami, I was playing Nier Automata on Series X, and the Doom DLC dropped. So when I got back, I played it for a little bit. Need to finish that. It's pretty good so far. It's easier than the first DLC, which is, I don't like it because I actually like a challenge when I'm playing Doom. So I don't know. It's a bit weird in that sense. I felt like a lot of people were complaining about how hard the first DLC was. So
isn't the primary game hard though?
Nah, the main campaign isn't difficult compared to the first DLC. Like the first DLC makes the main campaign look like a tutorial phase, honestly. Yeah, it's when you first get into it, you don't know what's happening. It's pretty difficult, but once you get a layout of the levels in the first DLC, you can get by it a bit easier, but it's still pretty challenging with the amount of enemies that they spawn and the different areas that you go into. But it's really fun. I like playing that because it introduces a challenge. The playthrough isn't the same every time you go through unless you're like super good at the game and the demons don't mean shit to you.
Okay. All right. I mean, first thing that I want to talk about today, because it's a light day today. Not much. It wasn't a crazy week. However, I do want to give a shout to the people that spam disliked us before we even started talking. They opened up the podcast with 5 dislikes. Now we're up to 10. It's a lot of butthurt dudes in the in the chat, but before I give them any shine, I want to give a shout out to Hustle and Motivate, Pose. We got, who else we have in the chat? Jack Barrios. Pretty light day today, but we're not gonna. Still got a show to do. So first thing we're gonna talk about was this Dolby Atmos. This was
oh god, here we go.
Oh
the
yeah,
$15 DLC, baby. Let's go.
We definitely got to talk about.
That's been out since 2017.
Yeah, man.
Throwing that out there.
It don't matter. It's Xbox.
It's been available for years, man. God damn, why in 2020
they gonna get the blame.
$15
$15 DLC
debacle is such a big deal now.
It's
been out for 3 years.
A handful of people discovered for the first time that Dolby Atmos was that you actually have to pay for the license. And
that shit got fucking trending.
Yeah, I didn't even know, to be honest with you. I didn't know. I had no clue.
They discovered this
You didn't know?
because the Xbox headsets,
I never knew that either.
the brand new Xbox headsets comes with like a 6-month, subscription or not, a 6 months free trial, because it's not really a subscription, it's a one-time license.
I was gonna say it was weird that people were wording it as a subscription. I was like, well, it's just a trial.
Now,
And then when it's 6 months up, you just buy it.
just to give you some backstory. Now, reason why because I actually lost my lifetime license because I got one at E3 2017. We were at E3, Dolby, Playtronics, Xbox, when they were doing like demos of the Xbox One X. One of the things they did was demoed Dolby Atmos with Gears 4 running on the Xbox One X. And they gave us this license for the app so we could download it. But Dolby Atmos feature launched on the Xbox One X. It was one of the big audio features and solutions. But a lot of people who got it, like certain headsets, gave you either the license or you got like this extended license. So by the time you bought it, either you didn't buy it or you didn't use it. But like a lot of the headsets that were like, I think coming out at that time, especially Playtronics, were giving you license codes for it. But it's been on the Xbox One X or the Xbox platform since 2017. That's when it launched. And then now with the Xbox brand new wireless headsets, they obviously, just like the Xbox One X, support Dolby Atmos and DTX and obviously Windows Sonics. So with that, they gave you a 6-month license. And people were up in arms because they thought, it sounded like they thought that you couldn't use these headphones without Dolby Atmos, and that Xbox were making you pay for a DLC feature in headphones, which was totally and utterly wrong. The truth about Dolby Atmos is it's not exclusive to a headset. It could work with any headphones. Like any headphones I got right now works with Dolby Atmos. You pay for the license whether you're going to use it on consoles or you pay for it on PC. It's a one-time license, and once you have it, you have that feature, and it's used for any headsets that you own, unless your headsets is extremely old. But any current modern headphones can take advantage of Dolby Atmos on Xbox and PC. But yeah, anybody want to talk about what transpired and why this thing ended up trending? And why did people make it a big deal? And like, it was this, like, people were going off like that it was like anti-consumer that you had to pay for the license. I mean,
that sounds familiar. People over exaggerating and making things look worse than what it is. Yeah, that sounds familiar. I know what you're talking about.
But I guess the thing that's weird about it is that it's not even an Xbox thing. It's a Dolby thing.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
It's a third party. It's a third party software. It has nothing to do with Microsoft just allows it to be on their platform. They just are allowing for people that want that to purchase it. So the fact that people, I mean, and they they gave a free month trial to it with their new headsets.
6 months.
Yeah,
and they got Microsoft has their own Windows software on the Xbox platform. You can look at it and go to it. The Dolby Atmos isn't anything that's it's a third party software. I mean, for anybody to think that you wouldn't buy it or pay to have the license to it, it's just like, I mean, what do you think when you buy games and stuff? You're buying the license to it, and it's a one-time fee, and you got it. So I just thought that it was weird that something that's been known and been around got blown up just because it was the Microsoft headset.
It hasn't been known because a lot of people didn't know.
I don't know. It's a big
Dolby Atmos supported devices.
The great majority of the people that didn't know that made a big fit about it were the people that don't were the people that don't even
gonna have the headphones anyways.
Yeah, they're not even the ones buying the headphones. They're not even the ones that own. Literally, I caught three people that don't even have any intentions of buying an Xbox platform whatsoever, bitching about Dolby Atmos $15 fee. And I was just like, I literally did not see a single person on an Xbox platform that got them headsets that were sitting there saying, oh my God, I got to pay $15 for this. Why?
Yeah,
Why is Microsoft making me do this? Like, I literally didn't see a person. The only person I saw doing that was people that have no interest in the platform and just shit on it constantly. So, and obviously those people are like, oh my God. And then a lot of those people made it sound like that it was a monthly subscription. Not that it was just a one-time license fee. They made it out to be like it was a whole ass subscription. Like you had to pay for it every single month. And I'm like, dude, it's a one-time fee. It's been like this since I pulled up an article from 2017 about Dolby Atmos. It's been $15 since then. You telling me nobody could have done any? You literally just had to Google Dolby Atmos on Xbox, and you get articles popped up from 3 years ago detailing about it and what it was doing coming to the platform. So the people that just kind of went off on this and kind of made it something that it definitely wasn't, and they were just doing it for that good old internet.
I mean, I had
to rile people up.
I had people comparing it to PlayStation's Tempest. That's free, and Xbox doesn't give you sound for free. And I'm like,
hold on.
Oh yeah, then they also made it sound like that. Like once your 6 months was up, your headset wouldn't work at all. It'd just be like, oh, it's off. Like literally, I read somewhere, or I read one tweet. It was like, oh, your headset will turn off after 6 months. I was like, who the fuck are these people? What? And how misinformed are they? Go ahead.
Okay, so
Chris. I'm done.
No, you good. When I first saw it, obviously I was grinning. I was like, pop shots or whatever. But like when I found out that and I didn't even say nothing. I just made a joke. I just made one tweet and it was a joke tweet to Smooth. And I was like, $15 DLC, whatever, right? But when I found out more about it, as like more information came up, and it's like, yeah, this is a Dolby thing. This isn't a Microsoft thing. So any device that supports Dolby Atmos, you have to pay a license fee. I'm just surprised that and this kind of makes Microsoft looks a little bit better, because what they could have done is they could have charged your ass more for the headset and covered the fee in the headset. You know what I mean? They could have charged like $120, $130, absorbed the one-time licensing fee, and got more money off of people. And then they would have been like, oh, you get free Dolby Atmos for life or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of surprised that Microsoft is allowing the choice for that. But to me, like, I don't care, because obviously I'm not buying the headset. So I don't really care. And the Tempest is free, baby, and I hear the Tempest is better. So to me, it's like whatever. If you want to pay for it, pay for it. If not, obviously there was over exaggerations, but it happens a lot, on all sides. So yeah, it's not a big deal since it's from Dolby.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that I thought it was funny. It's like, on the Xbox, I don't know how it is on PlayStation, because I don't even have like the PlayStation headsets yet. Like, I don't have any headphones for my PlayStation 5 yet. But On Xbox, I mean, in the audio settings, you have like 3 or 4 options to choose from that you want to use as your standard output. It could be Windows Sonic audio, which is their form of 3D audio. It could be DTS or Dolby Atmos, and I forgot what the other one that's there. Those are just all options that are there. So, I mean, they treat it like how it would be on PC. You will have options to choose which one you want to use. Of course, some are, like considered premium, like Dolby Atmos, obviously. I would understand the outcry if Dolby Atmos was the standard and the only option on your box that you just had to use, and then you had to pay a separate fee for it. Then I would completely understand the outcry. But I was like, being that's an option, and then they give you like free access to it for half a year. I mean, I don't understand the complaint, but yeah, that was something that kind of sort of set me off on Twitter earlier this week. Another thing that came up is like Xbox. This is sort of was like stealth in a way that it occurred. Is that Xbox is I don't want to say they're changing Xbox Live, but they are referring to their online as Xbox Network versus Xbox Live.
That sounds familiar.
It does, but network isn't a patented name.
Neither was studios, but people were like, "Oh, PlayStation copied Xbox because they changed it to studios or PS Studios."
Okay, so that's fair. Okay, pretty much it makes sense, but a lot of reports were saying Xbox Live was changing its name to Xbox Network, and that's not the case. How I see it is that Xbox Network being this umbrella, and then services like Game Pass, Xbox Live Gold, et cetera, being under that Xbox Network umbrella. Because at the end of the day, right, games, there's games on Steam, games on Switch that requires you to log into your Xbox Live account, and technically, I mean, when you're using those platforms, it's technically not Xbox Live. It's still Xbox platform, so they want to differentiate that. Instead of if you were on your Switch and you were logging into your Microsoft account, you don't. I mean, they don't want you to think like, oh, you're getting all the Xbox Live benefits, because you're not. You're just pretty much logging in to get, access to the game and achievements, right?
Wait, so they're not. They're not getting rid of Xbox Live. The Xbox Live is still going to be
Xbox
around?
Live is referring to their gold service.
Yeah,
they're trying to differentiate Xbox Network versus Xbox Live. When you mention Xbox Live, it's pretty granular of a term. So sometimes people, like when I say Xbox Live, it can mean a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about gold? Or are you talking about the actual architecture, the network that the Microsoft platform or the Xbox platform is built upon? There's so many ways. Like people say Xbox Live is down. Like what's down? Gold. But you know what I'm talking about when I say that.
Yeah.
So they're trying to brand it differently.
Yeah, it's like pretty much you got PSN, right, and then you have PS Plus, right? PlayStation Network, and then and PS Plus is a feature of PlayStation Network, an additional.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
So pretty much that's how it is. But I know people are like, I'm so used to Xbox Live, da da da. But yeah, Xbox Live is not going anywhere. However, we are a step closer to the promises Xbox made for free to play games. As I just got the update to my console today, where I do not require Xbox Live Gold to be in party chats or to play free to play games. So that's in there. If you are a part of the, alpha ring, the skip ahead alpha ring and stuff like that, if you're an insider on Xbox, you are able to download that update. It went live today, and for others, they'll probably update your console tomorrow morning. Now, the thing about this, I know, a lot of people has a lot to say about this thing. I'm hearing a lot of people when, Major Nelson and Xbox accounts tweet like, hey, this thing is going into beta. A lot of people, cry and say, well, why does it need to go in beta? Why don't they just flip a switch? Why is it got to take so long? Does anybody else, do anybody have like a comment of why you can't just flip the switch and make it like free.
Because they didn't design it like that. You know what I mean? So so obviously they had to. There's systems to set up that it was always designed around. So maybe that was taking them work to get that free. I don't know, man. It's Microsoft. They should be able to figure it out either way. But they're apparently trying to figure it out and test it or whatever. So we could finally, they could finally stop charging for Xbox Live Gold if all you want to do is just play free to play games like Fortnite or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But what? Now go ahead. I'll bring that up later. I'll bring that up because that has something to do with what the whole party chat thing. But it's all right. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, Copeboy, you got any comment on that? Because
it's just standard software development. We have features being added on to an existing software or service. You have to test it. So you have people internally that's testing it, and then you have people that in the public that want to test it on their system via a flight or whatever it may be, a beta program. You have to make sure that one, it's stable, and two, that it works. So you can't just launch something just for the sake of launching it and say, hey, everybody, you get access to this right away. You can't do that because there's going to be instability. Yeah. We've seen this in the past with other features, whether it be a system feature rollout that didn't have extensive testing or a patch for a game that just breaks everything.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I was surprised that there was a reaction to like the negative reaction after they announced that, hey, it's coming. Like we're sending out betas because it's like
people are always gonna spin something into like their bias, right? Into something negative, right? On either side. So I don't know why you're surprised by now.
I don't know. I mean, because it's like the guys I'm hearing from, they didn't have this energy when it took PlayStation over a year to allow you to change names. Because, like, I mean, I was like, where was that? Where was that same energy?
Right. No, and here's the thing. That's what I'm saying.
Who's been waiting since PS3 for that shit?
Both of these companies.
No, a year after they announced it. After they announced the change.
They have this shit that is bullshit. Both of these companies has bullshit on either side. Now remember, and looking at this, right? I was looking into it, and they said that I think that the party chat is also gonna not go away, but not be required with
Gold
Live anymore or with Gold anymore. I completely forgot that Microsoft hid party chat behind a paywall. You know what I mean? So it's like whenever people will come up, whenever fanboys will come out with that ammo, and if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But whenever you bots will come out with the ammo. Of like, Sony, they're charging cloud, right, for like the cloud space or whatever. Nobody ever brought up that Microsoft was charging y'all just for party chat, right? So I know the rebuttal now is gonna be they're dropping it now and Sony's still charging whatever. But what I'm saying is both companies have bullshit policies at times, so it's like it keep the same energy. You know what I mean? If you're gonna criticize another platform and say, well, it's bullshit that they're doing that, but then you remain completely quiet and you fully accept what your preferred platform does, just keep the same energy. So. But it's good though that they're finally getting rid of it. They should have been done this though a long time ago. So I'm not gonna give them a hand clap for it because they should have been done, but at least they're doing it. So. Yeah.
Look like somebody was gonna say something or no?
That was it. That was it right there.
Yeah.
You guys still got paid for party chat over there on PlayStation, so yeah, figure it out. Shit, Jim Ryan, Cat.
What? No, we don't. Party chat is free, my guy.
I see. Reason why
it's not behind a paywall. But PlayStation has cloud saves behind it. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I just said both of these companies have the little bullshit that they do. So.
My thing is, this whole free, even though I got the update, it doesn't make a difference to me because I'm not going to cancel my Game Pass or Xbox Live, whatever is paying for my service right now, to try it out. It wouldn't make any sense. I was like, I do not play any free-to-play games for it to make sense to me. Party chat, that would have been different. But the thing is that when you're playing games like Madden, Call of Duty, or Halo Gears, any game or major game that requires the service, at this point, it does nothing for me because I'm paying for it to play the other games, not to play like shit like Fortnite. It's just so Fortnite just happens to be a game in a bunch where I don't need it, but it ain't like I could take it a la carte. You know what? I'm not gonna play. Since I'm gonna play Fortnite, let me cancel my service and then reignite it when I play Call of Duty. You can't do that. It makes no sense. So right now it's like, yeah, if for those who wanna. Which is weird because I don't know of anybody in the preview program that's not paying for Gold or Xbox Live, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. So that would be weird. So I don't know, man. So that's what, for anybody who wanted, the update literally came to me literally like an hour ago. So it hasn't been like just widespread. But yeah, it's like, so it's great for those who, who are coming in the Xbox ecosystem later, but for anybody who's generally playing on Xbox, you're paying for Xbox, Live or your Game Pass Ultimate for a bunch of shit, not to play those select games that don't really require it. But it's in beta, and they usually keep these things in beta for about maybe 2-3 weeks before it goes live to the public. So I thought it was going to be, the crazy thing is it's faster than I thought, because I thought it was going to be a part of the big fall update or the summer update before Halo Infinite release. But this looks like it's going to be go public for everyone probably sometime April, May at the latest. Questions? All right, we did get
There's no really questions there.
We got a super chat from King Prel 199. He says, Smooth, if you was to start over YouTube, what would you do? That's a good question, honestly.
Be a PlayStation guy?
No, I probably wouldn't even have. I don't know. I don't think I would. I don't think I would be like a anybody guy. I think I probably would have done like do reaction videos or pop culture or some shit like that. If I wanted to make it
stream Halo more often.
No. I probably wouldn't do anything related to game. If I went to actually like start off YouTube where I feel like I can make it profitable, I would have done something like totally unrelated to gaming probably. And if I was to start YouTube gaming over again, then I probably would be less personable, and I probably would just do more so of like I don't know. Nah, I don't see myself doing anything less than what I'm doing now. But yeah, I probably.
Oh, I have a question for you guys. Did you guys see that Sony shut down the PS3 store and the PS Vita store and the PSP store July 2nd?
Oh, so the date of
no, that's a rumor.
Is the date a rumor or the actual action?
Yeah.
Everything is a rumor. The whole thing.
That's a rumor?
I thought that was announced.
I thought Jim Ryan said he was.
No. That was never announced. But that was. It's a rumor right now being reported, right? It's probably going. Most likely, it's probably going to happen, right?
I'm about to say it's a rumor, and there's people already like defending it.
Yeah, and there's people already saying that it's true. So like on either side, yeah. But that's why I keep telling people, like even on Twitter, I was like, "Yo, it's a rumor. Like, we gotta wait to official confirmation." But apparently, the rumor is that PlayStation, they're gonna shut down their servers as far as like for PSN, as far as for the PS3, PS Vita, and the PlayStation Portable. So some people ran with that. And they started saying, this is why I always go physical. This is why I never go digital. Blah blah blah. Like some people were acting like if the store is closed down, then all of your shit just gets deleted off your hard drive, or that you won't be able to download. First of all, we don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. We don't even know if this is a real thing, because I know Colin Moriarty. He just got a PS Vita kit from Sony like a couple weeks ago or some shit like that. And he's been talking to some developers that are making games on the PlayStation Vita, and because there's still like indie support and stuff like that for the Vita still going on. And they say that they haven't heard anything from Sony or anybody about stores shutting down or anything like that. But my whole thing is like, yo, it's funny because of course this is going to be used to take shots. This is going to be used to take shots at PlayStation and prop up whatever platform anybody else prefers. When the PS3 was out, I remember, nobody was buying nothing digital, like nothing. Like, matter of fact, a lot of people were against digital at the time. People didn't really start adopting digital until like maybe the end of 2012, 2013, like right at the end of the PS3 life, going into the new generation. That's when people started. Like digital was available before that, but a lot of people.
Okay.
No, but hold on. A lot of people that wasn't really, because I remember like everybody was against digital at the time. Everybody was like all physical. You know, and that's one of the reasons why Microsoft people were mad at Microsoft, because they were pushing more digital, whatever. But then now look at everybody 60-70% digital. So it's like some of the people who are like fake concerned or fake mad, like they nobody's buying no fucking games on PS3 digitally no more. Like nobody is. So everybody said that the Vita was trash, even though I had one and I loved it, but I got rid of it. My stupid ass.
I wish I didn't get rid of my Vita.
I wish I didn't get rid of mine. Everybody said the Vita was trash and nobody's buying it, whatever. Okay, so why does it matter if the fucking the online store gets goes down? You know what I mean? Especially if you can still re-download the games that you bought or whatever. But
the good thing with the Vita is you can hack that shit now.
But
So
here's the funny thing about it, right? Because this made news and rounds and shit like that. Last year, and I didn't even know this happened, right? I didn't even know this happened. Last year, Nintendo, they shut down the eShop for the Wii U and the 3DS on like a lot of countries. Nobody said a goddamn thing about it. Nothing, especially for the 3DS, which is still a popular handheld. Nobody said nothing. They shut that shit down. You know what I mean? And then people started talking about preservation and stuff like that, which, yeah, I agree. PlayStation definitely needs to get on preserving the, you know what I mean? Like, Microsoft is ahead of them when it comes to that, when it comes to the backwards compatible and features and what they're doing with that, with preserving their old games or whatever. I do think that PlayStation should, I don't think that should be their main focus. Main focus should always be new games for the future. But I do think that they need a better preservation. But that same day, guess what happened? There was a patent that came out that Sony had filed so you could earn trophies on old emulated games. So they might have something in the works where they might finally do what was promised with PS Now, which they didn't deliver to the promise of PS Now, which was they were gonna have their old library with PS1, PS2, and PS3 games come to PS Now and be emulated. You know what I mean? That's what they said that they were gonna do, but they never ended up doing it. So this could be something like that, yeah.
Okay.
So,
I mean, it would be cool to see that happens because, you know.
I want people to flip flop.
I want people to
call them out.
Yeah. Look, I'm just curious to see. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's like, it's funny how it works, man. It is funny how it works. But yeah, that blew up too. I ain't gonna lie. I took my damn shots at it. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, well, Xbox. I can still buy original Xbox games, Xbox 360 games from the Xbox store now, but that's because they all are on the same store. But and you know
what else is crazy? People were like, "Oh, this is why we're at the all digital. We're at the mercy at the publishers, and they can just pull the plug or whatever." But those are the same people that are like, "Oh yeah, Game Pass is the future. Everything is going to be about subscriptions, digital only, right? And subscriptions and stuff like that." And it's like, yo, but so why y'all getting mad about? I don't know, man. There's a lot of people. You know how it is, man. You know how it is.
I do find that, but I ain't gonna lie. I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
You're pushing an all digital Game Pass future, but then when Sony rumors, right? Not even concerned of Sony shutting down PS3 servers that nobody's buying game off of, Vita servers that nobody's buying game off of. All of a sudden, it's like, I'm all physical. Now everybody wants to be physical, and then Mario 3D All Stars, yo, they're
ain't about to kill him. Yeah, he gets killed on the 31st, right?
They're about to. So what about game preservation?
Wait, they're not gonna sell the game anymore.
They removed it from the market.
Yeah. It'll be the retailers will only sell whatever copies they have. They're stopping production of it altogether.
What?
And then they're taking it off of the digital store.
Yeah.
And
Who
you got to get
that?
it before the 31st. They said get it before the 31st.
Yeah,
So they only did Nintendo, man.
Nintendo gets a pass. They always get a pass.
They treating that shit like it's fucking easy.
People were mad. This is why a lot of shit is complete fake outrage. Because people were mad for about a week. Because they announced this last year. People were mad for about a week. then they just accepted it,
Yep.
and they rewarded
Yep.
Nintendo by
Buying it.
millions of sales.
Yep.
This is why I don't be really listening to a lot of people with this fake outrage. This is like if Sony comes out and say, "Hey, we're shutting PS3." A lot of people gonna be on some fake ass outrage, and they're gonna use it, of course, to take shots and act like they're concerned. I don't give a fuck, man. These people are all frauds to me. All frauds, man.
Hey, you ain't even worried about it because you getting your PS5, so yeah.
Exactly, baby. Let's go. Next gen. The true next generation console.
Oh wow. Okay. The other thing, major. I mean, we got so tomorrow there is an event going on, the Xbox event. Is it tomorrow? No, it's Friday.
The id Xbox.
Yeah, idea Xbox event. So
yeah, what's it?
One of the promotional image leaked that a potential game is coming to Xbox. And that potential game is Hades.
Yeah, Hades.
Yeah. So.
Oh, but didn't they say that was a mistake?
But yeah, I heard it. Yeah, I was gonna say what Chris said. I thought they said that it wasn't gonna be there.
Yeah, they came out and said that was an error.
Oh, that's a pretty big ass mistake.
That's a big ass mistake, though.
Yeah.
Like you got this promotional material and you're just gonna randomly throw a Hades in there. I thought that was a little weird. And, like the only thing I can think of is that it probably wasn't supposed to be in there, is because they didn't announce it.
Yeah.
If it is gonna be there.
I mean, there's always been so. How many mistakes that Sony made with their ads last year on some of their games? It's coming out other consoles, coming to PC, and then they're like, "Oh, this shit was a mistake. It wasn't supposed to say that." So I don't know. It could. We'll see, man. I want Hades to come to PlayStation because I want to earn trophies for it. So
what if it came to Xbox before PlayStation?
Then I'm gonna be mad at Shuhei. Like what the fuck? They gave Shuhei Yoshida the head of the indies, right, of PlayStation, and he ain't doing his damn job by getting indie games on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I mean, the thing is, it seems. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised for the simple fact that Octopath found its way on the Xbox like a silent announcement, and that's not on PlayStation yet.
Yeah, that Octopath should be today. I keep on checking the store. I don't know if it's
25th.
The 25th tomorrow. Yeah.
Well, no, it said on the Xbox store. It said today, but it said it's supposed to be coming later today.
It was probably some random time. It could be midnight. Who knows? But yeah, so there's but what's supposed to be at this event this Friday is the Accent second extension, Stalker 2. We might see his Dustfall, 12 minutes. I'm hoping I don't know if we'll see some more of Scorn, but there's I think one of the EXO games is going to be there as well. So this is sort of the a show more so for the smaller games or the indie to AA. Because Stalker, I think, I guess is indie. It didn't. I mean, it has a following.
I don't think it has a big publisher.
Okay.
I think it's. I want to say it's a self-published game.
Gotcha.
Or at least Microsoft's taking over this one, but I don't think the first one was published by somebody big. But I could be wrong.
It's self-published.
Yeah, so that's probably why.
Blandrew said it just went up according to Twitter, which is Octopath.
Octopath, okay. Yeah, I was just checking it an hour ago, and it still said, "Oh, it'll be coming up soon," and it had a release date of today, the 24th.
Nice. So, question to you guys: should Microsoft acquire Discord?
Oh my God! Here, okay.
No. Here's my thing. I like Discord. Discord's my favorite app on PC for a variety of reasons. But I think the infrastructure of Discord is really, really good, and it'll be definitely an upgrade from Microsoft's Party Chat, which is really, really wonky at times. But I don't think it's necessary. I think Microsoft can improve the Xbox Live Party Chat system on their own, honestly. I really don't know. I mean, if they can integrate Discord into Xbox consoles, that'll be great, so that we can just use Discord instead of Xbox Live Party. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think it's necessary for them to acquire Discord.
I think.
Yeah, I feel like they could just do a partnership or something like that.
They have a partnership right now
on Xbox. Is it on Xbox though?
No, Discord's not on
Not-
Xbox.
That's
been
what I'm
one of
saying.
my
Like
main
bring like the Discord app on the Xbox somehow.
things. Yeah, and just
Because
have an
the price that I was
partnership.
seeing,
I don't think they want to do
there
that
was
because
like, what, 10 billion.
isn't Discord sitting on Google servers?
I don't know. Let me check.
And I think that's what, if it's sitting on Google server infrastructure, they would definitely want to take it and move it over. I don't think they would change anything other than moving it to Azure and obviously making it the Xbox default chat. I think that would be ideal. And then they obviously got things they can do with Game Pass right now. I mean, for a while, if you got Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, you got I think 30 days or 30 days of Discord Nitro. You guys there?
Yeah, no, I'm here. I don't know what that is. I'm not big like in a Discord other than what we do here. So like Discord Nitro doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah. But yeah, it's Discord obviously is very popular. I like it. Sometimes it has its issues and whatnot. I don't know. I know I think the rumor is like $10 billion that they might try to get it for.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying. I was like, I don't care. Like for that price, I don't think they need to pay for Discord. I'd rather them put that money into their games.
I'd say buy
their
another
own
publisher.
infrastructure.
Yeah,
I mean,
Amazon.
if they're gonna buy
Yeah.
anything, I'm just gonna throw this out here. Throw that money to Konami. Get Metal Gear. Get Silent Hill. Bring that, dude. If they was somehow could bring back Metal Gear and Silent Hill, that would be a huge.
Yeah, but who's gonna make it?
I would say
that
I
would be
think
huge.
it more
Plus,
advanced.
not only
but
that, not only that, but if they bought
rumors.
Konami, they could get Castlevania. I mean, they could do so much.
Yeah, but there's like heavy rumors about like Silent Hills coming to PlayStation because PlayStation paid for the game or whatever, and Metal Gear.
There's also rumors that Blooper Team is working on the next Silent Hill.
Yeah, I remember seeing that one. But I'm just saying, if I had $10
No.
million, I'd buy Konami. That'd be just
One of the producers of the Silent Hill, he said that, because he confirmed that he's hooked up with a very prominent or famous Japanese developer for the next Silent Hill. He just recently said that, which I think it might be Kojima, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, and on the Discord topic, their valuation's pretty high right now because of the pandemic, because so many people are on the platform, and they've been able to generate a lot of revenue due to it and the convenience of using Discord. But if you look at Discord in a vacuum, is it truly worth $10 billion?
Absolutely not.
Really. It's because of the time that we're in right now that they're exploring talks of a sale, because this is probably the highest that they're ever going to be able to sell for is $10 billion.
Yeah.
So they're in talks with multiple companies, and there's a lot of people that's interested in purchasing them. But $10 billion it's a bit high. I wouldn't do it, honestly. If I'm Microsoft, you don't need them.
Yeah, you
That's what I was surprised for. Is like, I know Discord is huge, but I didn't know that they were that much. You know what I mean? Especially because it's a free service.
A couple of years ago, they weren't. They were like
probably
$1.2 billion. That's how much the company was worth a couple of years back. I think in 2017. And like last year, they skyrocketed their valuation to $7 billion. Now it's $10 billion.
Yeah, I did. And some people, like, to me, I don't care at all. Like, they can buy Discord and not buy Discord. It doesn't bother me. Like, it's whatever. I'm still gonna use that app or whatever. So it doesn't. I don't care. But there's that running joke, that Microsoft kills a lot of things. So it's, people worry it's gonna be like Skype.
Google killed a lot of things.
Yeah. But we're talking about Microsoft. It's gonna be like Skype. It's gonna be like Mixer. So there's that concern coming up from people.
See,
me personally, I don't care.
I don't think Microsoft killed Skype. I think the problem with Skype was other options came around that became more popular. Because they didn't change
Skype was like
Skype
the number
at all.
one thing at the time.
It was, but then Google Hangouts came out of nowhere. Damn, it's train. Google Hangouts came out of nowhere. Obviously,
Discord
years later and stuff
then
like
they
that.
had what Zoom, which can support up to like 1,000 video calls.
Yeah, but then look what happened to
Something
Hangouts.
like
They
that?
shut down Hangouts.
Google
They
shut down Hangouts.
Because Discord killed Hangouts. Discord essentially killed everything because of how good the actual app it is, and you can use it on any device. Like, I have folders organized with different servers and different server roles, and there's even Discord groups dedicated for notifications, and there's so much you can do on it. Like I can hop on the Discord and stream my desktop and like show you guys a lot of different things. Like the app is just very, very convenient for multiple things.
Gotcha. No. That's right. I mean, obviously, I don't know anybody who doesn't. Usually, I know people are using different other softwares, but Discord probably has to be the most used software for even like people doing podcasting and stuff right now and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
Video meetings, like video meetings and everything like that. Like Discord was centered around games at first, but it's become way bigger.
But I think because Microsoft has Teams, which has grown popular, stuff like even though they have Skype. But I'm talking about for business and stuff like that. So for enterprises and whatnot, it's widely used. Like I feel like Discord would be more so if there's another gaming related like purchase, a gaming move. That they would do. I don't think they need it. Would I be mad that they did it? No. I mean, I think it would be dope, but I just the 10 billion number is like, damn man, you got 10 billion for these dudes. You better call up Ubisoft and fucking EA, bro. Get Ubisoft.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe they'll get rid of
another
Xbox.
studio or publisher.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll get rid of Xbox Live party chats and just have Discord be the
Let's be real. You think Discord's worth more than Bethesda in terms of value that it brings to your company and your brand?
Well, Roblox
Hell no.
Roblox is worth $45 billion.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the actual value of what they bring.
Yeah, they bring.
There's Discord.
That's what I'm saying. Where's this money coming from?
Yeah, how much?
Yeah, wow. What do you pay for?
How much can Discord bring in for you revenue wise? How's that gonna grow and expand your business? It's not. Where Bethesda, they're a publisher. They're a fucking publisher, and they have so much resources in terms of development that's not only self-sustaining, but it can help all of your other studios as well and generate revenue and subscriptions for Game Pass. Discord doesn't do that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I gotta find out where the money's coming from, like of how they. Just like I didn't know freaking. I mean, well, I understand why, like, because you know how Roblox, because Discord is either looking to sell at 10 billion or go public and potentially be worth more, right?
Yeah.
They should go public. Yeah. I would invest in Discord.
Yeah, I think they should go public, but we'll see, man. Maybe Microsoft sees. I don't know, man. When Microsoft make these, obviously, if Microsoft's not stupid, so when if they make a decision like that, they're looking into something. There's something that they're seeing value into making that purchase. They're not just doing it just because. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they just need to get on a conference call with your boy, and we can have a rational discussion about what Discord is going to do for Microsoft. Because we're not just talking about Xbox. We're talking about Microsoft. They like to sell services. That's how they make their money. How is Discord as a service alone going to help you make more money? Because you don't need Discord at all. You're just fine doing what you have to do. And when we're comparing a purchase like $10 billion on Discord versus something like Bethesda would generate more money and more success long term than Discord. And you have to look up the facts. 80% of acquisitions in America don't pan out.
No, that's true. Speaking of acquisitions, Sony's current acquisition of Crunchyroll from who's the company they're buying it from?
Did we talk about Evil or no?
No, but we can.
No, I was just. I thought that's what you were gonna bring up. But no, what were you saying about?
No, because you know how we were worried about somebody like the companies potentially contesting the Bethesda buyout. Well, somebody's contesting the Sony buyout of Crunchyroll because Sony already owns like Funimation and stuff like that. And right now they own. I think with that they will own majority, if not all,
They'll
like
own
anime.
90% of like anime distribution.
Yeah.
They'll own like 90% of it. They'll be completely monopoly in that area.
Oh, and anime! Oh my God, they will control everything. And Crunchyroll has so much content. And the good thing that Crunchyroll is doing is that as a service, they're actually purchasing the rights of a lot of original work from Japanese manga to adapt it into their own anime because they have their own studio now. So they're just getting better and better as time goes by. And if they get acquired by Sony, that would be fucking ridiculous. Like, insane. People don't understand how big that is for a media company like that and how big anime is right now.
Mm-hmm.
If one company controls all of that content and has access to all of that IP, dude, the sky's the limit for what they can do. On top of the fact that they have Sony Pictures, they can adapt some of those animes into live action. I mean, there's so much they can do with it. And you see it with Netflix right now, but Netflix doesn't have nowhere near the volume of anime that a Crunchyroll or Funimation has. So they can't even compete on that front.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't think anybody, any governments were looking seriously into something like that, like anime. I know anime was that big of a deal.
Well, it draws in, yeah, it draws in a lot of money.
It's a lot of money in it. It's much more global than it was 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was always isolated in Eastern culture, but now it's so ingrained in Western culture and it's so popular out here. These people make a lot of money off of it. There's so much money to be made in anime and producing content from anime and adapting it really, really well. And when you adapt it really well, there's a huge cult following for a lot of these animes in Western civilization now.
Yeah, like I think it was what was it, Demon Slayer? They said that should make like a billion. Like, it made some crazy amount of numbers or whatever. But that Crunchyroll acquisition, they was talking about like 900 million, so close to $1 billion. You know, just for that. Like, yeah, I mean, anime is real popular right now. You might not watch it, but worldwide is getting crazy.
Shit, I watch that joint.
That Demon Souls is getting crazy right now. It's getting crazy popular. Like, it's like the most like top earning anime movie of like all time. It just like broke a lot of records.
Yeah, what is it called?
So,
Demon Slayer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a show, but they just came out with a movie recently. So
I seen Dragon Ball Super in theaters, and the amount of people, I mean, it was insane. I seen that in the My Hero movie in theaters before the pandemic, and that was the most like memorable experiences I've had in the movie theaters.
That too.
There were so many anime fans, and the energy in there, it was hype, man. It was really, really hype. I love it. I like anime. Call me a fucking nerd. I don't care.
I'm casual. Like, I'm not even hardcore into anime. I watch some every now and again. I'm casual, but I definitely like respect the medium a lot, and I definitely want to get more into it.
Mm-hmm.
So
awesome. So Chris, tell us about this purchase of Evo that Sony kind of places to put off.
So it was announced, I think, Thursday. Yeah, it was a joint acquisition between Sony and a company called RTS, which I've never heard of before. But yeah, they acquired Evo, which is the world's largest esport fighting game tournament. So I'm pretty sure everybody in the chat here have all heard of Evo. So yeah, Evo is really huge. What this means for Sony, to me, this is more of like marketing and branding. To further solidify the PlayStation brand as the go-to platform for fighting games, right? Because PlayStation always kind of been like that. Even though like the 360 kind of took away some of its shine because the games were running better on the 360 at the time. But yeah, man, PlayStation, they just have the most fighting game exclusives, or the most ones that come to their platforms and whatnot. So to me, this is like, and of course there was a lot of things that happened with Evo last year. It got canceled. There was a huge exposure of like, a few of the members of there. It was some crazy wild stuff. Like, it was getting very disturbing, stuff to do with like pedophilia and shit like that. Yeah, it was crazy. But
Evo was in a really, really bad state, especially because of a lot of the personalities behind the scene that were preying on young boys, young girls. It was really insane what was happening, especially in the Smash community, which is very unfortunate because the fighting game community is like, it's a pretty good community with some nice people. But when all those allegations started coming out, it really ruined the trust in it. And Sony backing Evo and actually purchasing this is going to be really good, and hopefully they can reform it and turn it into something that's very respectable now, because there's a lot of other esports that are much more respectable right now, and they're having a lot of success. So hopefully the investment in trying to reform the fighting game community and making something that's desirable for people to watch and be involved with is a good thing. And then like Chris said, it's more marketing than anything else as well, and branding, because now the place to play your fighting games is going to be on PlayStation, because you have Sony that owns Evo. Evo's hosting these events. Sony's going to be able to supply them with essentially unlimited amounts of equipment for them to be able to host these events, on top of funding, and it's going to be really, really good. So hopefully they're able to come up with a plan for the near future to really take things to the next level and revamp these events, because Evo being by itself wasn't going to be sustainable long term, especially with all the allegations. They weren't going to get any more investment. Investors were pulling out, and they're putting their money into other leagues.
So, question for you guys: does this purchase of like a major fighting tournament, do you guys think like Xbox users should be worried about like not getting a Street Fighter?
No, they already
6.
No. Well, I don't know anything about that. I do think it's a high chance that Street Fighter 6 is probably going to be a PS5 exclusive. Somebody in the chat said Capcom confirmed it was being multiplat. No, link me to that, because I never heard of that. So find proof of that. But I mean, a lot of the fighting games have been skipping Xbox anyways. You know what I mean? So it's like it's really not a lot going to change. As far as like Xbox present at Evo, they already confirmed that nothing's going to change in regards to that. So Killer Instinct can still show up, be there with Xbox or whatever. Super Smash Brothers can still show up, even though Nintendo said that they're evaluating the situation, right? And they're going to let people know. They're going to pull it out. Nintendo's gonna pull the fuck out, and a lot of the Smash community has been super pissed by how Nintendo's been handling Smash, but that's a whole another story. So nothing's really gonna change as far as that. Yeah, you're gonna see PlayStation is gonna be obviously the most marketed console, the branding. Also, the prize pools are gonna go up. I think the prize pools, because Evo, as big as it is, compared to other leagues like League of Legends and some of the other esports leagues or whatever, Evo gives a very low payout to like the winners compared to other ones. So it's going to incentivize more people to sign up. More people are going to buy PlayStations to practice, the fighting games or whatever. Because like to me personally, PlayStation always had the best controller for fighting games when it comes to like the D-pad. Like to me, the D-pad is PlayStation D-pad is the superior D-pad when it comes to fighting games. The Xbox D-pad when it comes to fighting games is not good. And you know what I mean? It's not good. So yeah. So
what you mean? Yeah. Xbox One, Xbox Series controls are excellent. I play Mortal Kombat on that joint. I was like, oh, this is.
I mean, no, it's still you can still.
I'm not gonna
cap
the PS3 one was better than the 360 D-pad.
Yeah,
I had to get like an actual fight pad on my 360.
I haven't tried out the DualSense D-pad yet, but yeah, this is marketing.
You want to though? You got two of them shits.
But you already know, you want the most fighting game support. Also, the biggest fighting game community is on PlayStation and whatnot. It's just further strengthening the brand for fighting games on PlayStation. That's what this acquisition, I think it is. So we'll see how it turns out. I think it's going to be good.
Do you think this was a reactionary to the Bethesda purchase?
No.
Okay.
I don't think. I don't think it
those memes where it's like Jim Ryan, buy anything. Just like buy.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I did have to have a little chuckle at that, because I was like, just the timing that after Bethesda got fully acquired to that being put out there was just relatively close.
Yeah.
I don't think this. Yeah, it's just
Jim
the
Ryan,
timing that
buy something.
Yeah,
anything.
I think this is the coincidence with the timing, but I don't think this is Sony's effort for like Bethesda. I think if Sony answers back, it's gonna be with like a publisher. It's gonna be like a Square Enix or.
I mean, obviously it was obviously planned, because stuff like that takes a while for purchases to go through. So it's not like they just did it in a night. But yeah.
Correct.
I don't care about fighting games, so none of that Evo, none of that stuff matters or really affects me in any way whatsoever.
Is that Swans in the chat and not in the podcast?
What's that?
Swans is in the chat, but he's not.
He said he was working.
He wasn't feeling good. He wasn't even wanting to.
Spartan, what's up? What's up? You just see, because we're about to say we had to tell him the show. What's up? What you got to say?
Oh, well, what? Evo?
No, in general, you jumped in. What's up?
Oh no, I want to see what you was talking about. I heard you said, was this a response to the
Oh yeah, you got it.
the Evo?
I'm
Because
sorry.
honestly, I don't think so. I think when you ask, do you think this is a response to the Bethesda purchase? What you refer?
You're cutting in and out. So
Yeah, you keep
yeah.
cutting out.
Oh, I said, were you referring to Evo when you said, was this a response to the Bethesda purchase?
Yes, I was.
Oh no, I can answer that. I honestly don't think so because Sony and even Nintendo, even Microsoft during back in the days, all three of them has been very keen on promoting fighting tournaments, even especially esports back in the days with the 360. Like Street Fighter 4 was marketed by Xbox. Mortal Kombat, this gen, Killer Instinct. They have a lot of fighting games. The Dragon Ball Z games. Every game that comes out for Dragon Ball Z, Microsoft is the one marketing, and you could check from last generation. Every single one is marketed by Xbox. So no, I don't think that was a response. I think Sony probably did this shit as like, because fighters are like big here in America, but Japan they are too. And I see them say they trimmed down the Japan studio, and people saying they're not focusing on Japan. So I think Sony's just trying to get back to that genre since Microsoft really has the Western RPGs down. Sony's getting back, like, since they already got down third party action adventure. I think they're just trying to go back into what they used to do. Promote fighting games like Tekken. They used to have Tekken, Soul Calibur, all games on PS2. So I think now,
The
I
games
think that
though.
happened. But
No, but they still have those games. But so Sony has been promoting a lot of, especially this generation, right? They got Street
right,
Fighter 5 exclusive. The
fighters,
Guilty Gear, the
right,
Guilty Gear is exclusive. I think King of Fighters, Grand Blue Fantasy is a PS4 only game. Like it's not even on PC. It came out last year. So PlayStation, like especially this generation, like last generation, Microsoft, like because of Street Fighter, like they marketed Street Fighter, and like I remember Street Fighter was crazy. Like Street Fighter 4 went crazy, and we were playing them shits on the 360. I remember that shit. Like we were playing
Yep.
them shits in the barracks,
That
and
game
like
was
in the
great.
military, right? So yeah,
right.
that brought back fighting games or whatever. But ever since that, it's like yeah, PlayStation, like they just always been the home of fighting games. They always
Oh,
been the home of fighting games,
also,
always.
genre was dying down in a way. Honestly, I think that's a genre that was kind of like falling off because even like racing games, like Forza was always good to me, like Gran Turismo. But you see, when they had games like Drive Club and MotorStorm, Forza, right? It's like trying to revitalize genres, so it doesn't
Hold on, you
become.
think the fighting game genre was dying down?
No, I think it was kind of like people was losing. Even though there was tournaments, I don't think it was as hyped as it once was. Like when Tekken was
No, it
Yeah,
is. It's
fighting
no,
games
no, no,
used to
no. It got
be
no, no, no.
like they still come out with them,
It
but they
got bigger
like
because
think about Street Fighter this generation. Street Fighter was not as big this generation as it was during
last
360 PS3.
right.
Mortal Kombat. I mean, MKX was huge. MK11 still similar, but there's other games that just wasn't as big
and
as they were in
no
previous generations.
MK11 broke
Right.
records. Super Smash Ultimate broke records. Dragon Ball
Yeah,
Fighter broke records.
I'm talking about in terms of viewership though. Like the
no,
player
even
base is there, but viewership wasn't.
Yeah, and I think a lot
yes,
of
it was. No, no, no. Y'all, the reason why y'all saying that, the reason why it seems like that is because there was no tournaments last year, because
Now I'm not
of
talking about
COVID,
last year. I'm
right?
talking about like
But no,
the
but
amount
even
of the amount of
the
fighting
year
games that came
prior,
out.
the year prior, Evo broke viewership as the most viewed. Like I remember Smash Brothers, they broke that shit. They broke the records.
well, they
Like
sold
so, no,
like
fighting
that,
games, the viewership were going up. It's just last year, COVID fucked everything up. So it seems like, and plus there hasn't been a lot of fighting games that's been released. The biggest one is coming Guilty Gear. There was only one last year. So it seems, or maybe one or two last year. So it seems like it's not a lot of going on right now. But nah, the shit, the genre kept going up, and the games, the community it keeps growing. Absolutely.
right. And a lot of them was coming from Japan. A lot of the fighters of Japan. And remember, even though it was big during the 360 era, a lot of Japan fell off, and I think last gen Japan really came back. So the fighting genre has grown, like especially Twitch. You have the streamers here and the ones on YouTube. It's
Yeah,
growing,
Maximilian. Yeah, yeah.
right? I think Sony, I think just bought Evo because they don't have their own show, and I think they just want to do it on their own terms and host the fighting game. This PlayStation really.
Well, hold on. Actually, PlayStation. I forgot to mention this. PlayStation hosts fighting games tournaments like every week. A lot of people don't know that. Every week.
They do host like a bunch of stuff on their Twitch channel for Mortal Kombat.
There's always an online Mortal Kombat tournament. There's always a tournament for Blaze Blue and Under Night. All the time, like every week. I even get notifications on the PlayStation itself. It's like, hey, watch this Mortal Kombat tournament, or you want to sign up for this Mortal Kombat tournament. So PlayStation has been consistently like hosting its own fight. So you don't really hear about it a lot because a lot of people in this community don't really play fighting games like that, aside from like a few. But yeah, they've been hosting fighting games for a while now on their platform.
It was just one just over a day ago, like the Mortal Kombat 11, and they have it almost every week. So yeah, I don't know why it was evil. Probably that they just have it and just wanted their own show where they could just control it. I don't think that was across Bethesda, bro. I just think they bought that.
Yeah, that's not a Bethesda reaction. Buy.
Fast, you think that shit gonna happen overnight? A tournament you buying? Like that's not.
No, well, yeah, we mentioned that earlier though. That's what old man said.
I don't know if you don't mind, Smooth. I have posted in the chat just now the PlayStation direct link to one of the Mortal Kombat tournaments they just had a day ago.
No, that's fine. Check it out. Because we're about to end the cast now. Just over hours. A light.
No, hold on. No. There's another thing that came out.
Chris ain't done.
Oh, I didn't know what came out. Okay, what's up?
There's an elephant in the room. Big elephant in the room. All right.
Call me
especially for you Xbox Series S. Right? Xbox Series S owners. So there was an interview that came out not too long ago with the Remedy, the developer of Control, Remedy.
Yeah.
Right? You saw that, Smooth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they were pretty much asking him, what's it like to develop on the PS5, Series X, and the Series S. And when he talked about the PS5 and the Series X, he said, both consoles are great. They both have their strengths. Yeah, Microsoft came in a little bit hot, but they have been improving. With like the tools or whatever. So he's confirming that so everybody can, whatever. And he said, the PS5 was definitely more he was saying PS5 was more prepared. Than the Series X at launch or whatever, right? Then when he talks about the Series S, this is what he said. He said that the Series S. Hold on, let me look this shit up.
I have the quote right here. You want me to read it?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
He said Xbox Series S, well, it's no different from previous generations where the system with the lowest spec does end up dictating the few things you're gonna do because you're gonna have to run the game on that system, right? It's very easy to say that you just have to lower the resolution or texture quality and off you go, but it's nowhere near as simple. It sounds good when you say it, but every engine is built in a different way. It's another thing when gamers might be like, the game engine does all these things. Well, it depends. Are you making an engine that's more GPU bound or CPU bound? Which are more taxing a lot more? Well, we tax both in Control because we have a lot of physics, but then we have a lot of ray tracing effects. So it's all about how you balance your engine and how you balance your game. But now games are starting to use a lot more physics that they're offloading onto your CPU as well. And then he goes on to say it's a lot more difficult to engineer an old game to make sure it works on everything. But now that we're building the future games, we know that these systems can run on it. So we can take it into account from day one and ensure that all platforms have as good an experience as possible.
Yeah, and the reason why I bring this up is because last year when I was saying stuff like, well, when we got the specs of the Series S or whatever, and I was saying was like, yo, this is gonna hold back some of the games because they're gonna have to design it around this lower spec console. It's only 10 gigs of RAM and it's split memory and all that shit.
You
right?
wanna know? Wait. You know you only need 4 gig RAM to run Control on PC, right?
Yeah, but it's not
that's
not
a next
optimized though. If here's the thing. You have to understand the difference between minimum spec and recommended spec. Minimum is to actually get the game started. It doesn't mean it's playable. Recommended is for a playable experience. Now, I believe the Series S is going to be a good option in the future for you to develop games once you cut out Xbox One and PS4. So when you're developing your game around the Series S as your minimum spec, you're going to be fine in terms of game design. But the thing that's limiting for a lot of older games is VRAM. So he said it. He said it. You can't for future games. It's fine, but trying to optimize an older game on that's the difficulty, and we've been seeing that, and there's a lot of evidence pointing towards that.
Yeah, but he's not the only one. Like, there's been other developers, like from the id Software guys. They talked about the Series S memory potentially could be an issue, especially when it comes to like game designs and all that stuff, and it's not easy to compensate or whatever. So these are developers that are saying this shit. So it's like, yo, in my opinion, Microsoft, they should have just done a digital Series X. That would have been perfect.
The Series S hasn't even been tapped into yet, so that's the thing.
Yeah, it hasn't been tapped. It hasn't been tapped in. Like, it's gonna be fine for the first couple of years. Like, we don't know. As a matter of fact, we don't know how. Okay, so since they know what the minimum specs are, obviously a lot of third-party games are gonna now design games around that. But here's the thing: is like when it comes to the PlayStation and their developers versus Xbox and their developers. PlayStation, they only I'm talking about first party. They're only gonna have to work around the PS5 specs, right? Which is significantly better than well, we don't know, right? But if the PC comes shit later, then fine, whatever. But at first, we already know that a lot of the big games are just gonna be on PS5 only at launch, right? So they're only gonna have to develop for that. So they're not gonna have any type of constraints, or they're not gonna have to develop for 5 different hardwares or whatever. Right, but then on Microsoft's side, like the dude from Control said, he's like, yo, there's a lot of Q&A that goes into this. He even said that he wouldn't even want to be in the, or he doesn't envy the Halo Infinite devs because of all the shit they got to deal with. They got to make sure it runs on this platform, that platform, and that takes away resources, and that takes away QA time and development time. It costs more and stuff like that. So it's like, yo, to me, like, this is looking like PlayStation is gonna have the best looking first party games again, because they ain't gonna be all held back by nothing but just the PS5.
That doesn't make sense.
What?
They were going to anyway, so what you be like?
Right, I mean, but I'm just saying, man. Like we don't. I don't know. I don't want to say like let's get. Like, I'm concerned. I don't know how y'all feel about it. Like, I'm concerned about.
I don't know what is there to be concerned about. I mean, you play on console. You have like we had like the strongest console like ever. Like how are you concerned now? Like I don't get it. Like why concern now?
Stop saying.
Well, no. What are you talking about? Oh, but here's the thing. Last generation, it was the Xbox One.
So,
right?
but
so it was just, like that was the lowest common denominator. So we didn't really feel the effects of like third party games on that shit. I know you want to get defensive.
I'm not defensive. I'm just saying, what is there concerned about?
Like multiple developers have said this is a concern.
No, they haven't said it's a concern. No.
I will get the direct quotes. They
said it's a concern.
The Series S is a concern for a lot of developers.
No, did a journalist say that? Did a journalist say that, or did a developer say that?
No, it's the actual developers that are being interviewed on these podcasts. And
but is the concern a quote, or is the concern?
No. There's a quote.
There's a video. There's a video.
No, but here's the thing. If you look at the Remedy video, right? When he started talking about the Series S, bro, he gave off a big. You can just tell. He gave off a big sigh, like he was just disappointed, and he was telling people.
That's just you assuming again. You're assuming.
No.
We have the video. He has the receipts.
I saw the video. I watched the same video. Just like, but everybody's taking the video and saying what they feel it means.
Of course, you're not gonna see it that way.
Okay.
You don't want to see it.
It's not about seeing it that way. It doesn't matter to me. My thing is, you act like you've been there. This is the first time.
That the Series S is a challenge, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna read. Right.
Okay.
Metro Exodus dev has said that the scaled down GPU.
No dev want to do all the extra work, even though they shut the fuck up, you dumbass. Whoever the they do all that work, even though they've been doing that shit for about fucking 8 years now.
Chill.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm telling you, man. All right, whatever, man. Listen, different. I have receipts. Different devs talking about the Series S, man, and they're not feeling it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. All right, cool.
They're not feeling it.
All right. It's out, so they gotta deal with it. Release them busty ass games or not. That's all they gotta do. Like release it. You gonna release the game or not? Like that's all.
We'll see, man. Hey, man, it's gonna be good, man. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna get a lot of great games next generation.
Or they broke down what they need to develop that game specifically. It's not like they lying, because like even when y'all was to say like when y'all was saying the Pro will hold back the Xbox One X because they had to force parity, they really said in that same video they can't. That it's a present a challenge because they still have to implement parity between the consoles. They did outright said that.
All right, cool. All right.
You take advantage.
Yes, we don't want to hear it.
It's not what I want to hear. I'm just like, I mean, what the fuck? Like I said, consoles haven't even been out for a year yet, but yeah, everybody knows all this shit. Like, okay.
No.
Yeah, the Series S still got games running at 120 frames per second on a bad boy. Okay,
so yeah, let's not hear out the developers.
I heard him out. I don't need to hear you guys repeat and then add your own opinion of what you think he said.
Not an opinion, bro.
It's not an opinion. This is what they say.
Okay. All right. So you saying word for word? No thoughts. I don't care.
Word for word, bar for bar.
Oh, Jay just read it to you word for word.
No.
Just read it to you word for word.
So let me give you another example, right? You see when the specs of the PS5 and the Xbox Series X came out, right? Y'all seen the CU count, right? What's the number y'all said the Xbox Series X will have an advantage in?
Oh, I said in GPU and memory.
No.
But then,
well, I said CU specifically.
oh, CUs. Oh yeah, 52 CUs versus what? 36.
Have the best advantage in what feature in gaming?
Yo, we don't give a fuck about this shit anymore, dude. Like, I mean, damn. Like, I still don't know how you guys have all this energy and like information on all this stuff. Nothing has been done in practice yet. We haven't we haven't seen shit yet.
Listen, Smooth. Listen, nobody knows what's gonna happen. But all I'm saying is that there's developers that have came out and talk about they concerned with this shit. There's no way around it. They said it. It's not me saying that shit, right?
All right, it's not the elephant in the room. The Xbox Series S is just fine. It's just fine. Cool. I've never seen people.
That's fine.
Cap.
That's fine. For the people in the chat, that want to be like, well, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so I'm not getting my own quotes. These are quotes from developers. And even Phil Spencer, Philly Phil, the guy who y'all just believe everything that he said.
Oh my God, what's this have to do with Phil Spencer?
This is what he said when there was a game rant. They were asking him, about the differences between the Series X and the Series S, and if it's gonna obviously take more work. This is what Phil Spencer did.
Nobody said it's not gonna take extra work. I'm talking like, come on, man. Like, get to the. I'm
trying to figure out why. And I quote.
I'm trying to find the problem.
Let me finish. This is what Phil Spencer said, and I quote: "I'm not going to stand here and try to PR somebody and say two different specs is the same as having one spec."
Yeah, but nobody's saying that, bro.
What?
Nobody's saying that.
What?
Nobody's saying that.
No, but people are saying that it's just like a flip. It's just like an easy. All it is.
Oh,
is
just like making Xbox Live free. Okay.
And shit like, all right, whatever. We can move on. My bad, man. I didn't mean to get you upset, Smooth. I know you don't like hearing that.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Nolan says, with all due respect, but I can find a lot of developers that said on Code Eastwood video that the Xbox Series X is 60% more powerful than the PS5. That's a super chat. It's not me.
Cool, that's fine. It doesn't negate what the developer said about the Series S.
I mean, I still don't understand the point.
Y'all can throw that out there.
The Series S doesn't. The Series S still doesn't stop the Series X from existing. So. Like y'all got all this smoke for the Series S and for what? It's
okay. Well,
I'm just saying what the dev said. That was all I was saying.
Video,
I had the quotes. I was like, hey, this is what the dev is saying.
He said
I'm not
saying
anything extra than
or concern.
VRAM is a limitation for certain games.
What was the concern?
The concern for the Series S has always been its memory. That's it.
Is there a concern that was never there before in previous generations?
Yeah, that's because those games aren't being scaled to the level that they are now. Those are different games being made back then versus now.
So what we're going through now has never been done before. Are we unprecedented? Are we in unprecedented territory right now with the series? That's all I want to know.
All right, we'll see.
All right, you guys.
I'm saying, you know, if it was just the Series X and the PS5, they probably could have done. Well, we don't know.
We don't know. We still haven't seen it yet. We don't know what they're going to do.
We don't know. But I'm confident. Which consoles? Go ahead. Nah, I'm not even gonna say that. Go ahead. You can continue. You can end the podcast.
Enjoy your Chris PlayStation. We look forward to your thoughts on it next week.
But if it comes here by next week,
it should. It's just crazy. Yeah, it should.
Chris, are you interested in a copy of Immortals: Phoenix Rising?
You know what? I do got a question for you, Chris. Go ahead. I'll let Logan finish that with his segues.
I don't know. Why? What's up?
Oh, if you just DM me, I'll send you a copy.
Yeah, I probably.
It's a good game, man.
I have a sealed, unopened copy. I'll send it your way.
Chris, what's the game you look forward to playing the most on your PS5?
Demon Souls.
Demons. I mean, all of them really like I'm actually really excited to play Astrobot because I hear like the shit that they do with the DualSense is crazy. Like I'm actually really excited. That's probably gonna be the first game I play because it's the shortest. Right? It's only like what 2 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah, like, it's not too long. I hope they do like I'm hoping with Returnal coming out in April that I hope that is like gonna be like the first game since launch that uses the haptic feedback and the DualSense controls because a lot of the games really didn't utilize it, especially like the third-party ones. But definitely that. And then right after that, I'm gonna play Miles Morales because obviously that game is not too long. And then Demon Souls because I know that's gonna be the longest game. But then it just I'm getting a PS5 at a really good time. Is because I'm gonna have all of the launch games. Yeah, I'm gonna have all of the launch games to get through, and then Returnal is about to come out, and then right after that, like Deathloop, and then Ratchet and Clank, and then the Final Fantasy remake, DLC. You know, so I'm getting a PS5 at the time where it's like I'm not gonna have the drought. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna have a January, February drought or whatever. And since you wait a little bit, you'll get to play the 60 FPS and ray tracing modes on the Spider-Man games versus picking one or the other. Cause I was so pissed. They put them updates out like not even a couple days after I beat them. I was hella upset about that.
Yeah, I'm just excited for next generation in general, man. Next generation PlayStation. I'm just excited. Really, very excited.
I have a question. Do you guys No, do you guys watch Snyder Cut yet?
Dude, we could talk about
man.
for a while.
That joint is dope.
Was the GOAT, and I'm so sad. Like I'm happy about it, but then I'm really sad at the same time.
Dude, I was pissed because I was like, "This is what we missed out on." Like, what?
And not only that, but it gave you like that taste of what we could have. But
yes.
Just Warner Brothers rebooting every fucking franchise they do every couple years because you can't make a coherent universe. No big deal or anything. I hope like the amount that's been like how well received like the Snyder Cut's been that they kind of rethink.
Yes.
How to go forward with the universe. And yeah, they could still do obviously the Batman that they're doing and stuff like that, but bring back that universe and just go with it.
It's a good universe.
I've been meaning to watch it, but it's like
it's a hell of a dark universe.
It's like long. It's like 4 hours.
That's what I loved about it.
Listen, it may seem daunting, but it keeps you hooked.
Yeah, it gets through it quick, or it feels like it doesn't feel like 4 hours.
A lot of the characters like more justice. Like you got more backstory about Cyborg.
Yes.
And, like seeing like Cyborg's whole like backstory was awesome, and I was really glad that they gave him like an actual story.
Steppenwolf is completely different.
Oh
from
my
how
god, he looks completely different.
It's not even just how he looks, but the setup of Steppenwolf and his motivation of why he's doing what he's doing. And then you see Darkseid's one of my favorites.
Yeah, Darkseid. And I'm just sitting there. And I saw that there was like an article that's got like
Microsoft.
What's up?
Zack Snyder put out like this thing that said like what he planned for with Justice League 2 and 3 and stuff like that. I'm like, don't tell us, just fucking make them.
Just do it. That's it.
Just make them.
No, I was gonna say Microsoft should get a deal with DC to make some type of like DC game, like exclusive game.
Yeah.
They should.
Gotham Knights got pushed.
That's not Batman. That's not Batman. We got plenty of Batman games. I'm just talking about like make it a superhero game like Superman, right, or Green Lantern, right? Green, Xbox Green, right? You know, something to counter Spider-Man. You know.
Yeah.
Or they should acquire Warner Bros.
Yeah, where they
and do another Injustice game.
Ew.
No, they're gonna
Justice
do
is
another
fun.
Justice game. They're absolutely doing another Justice game. But no, I just want to ask, what did y'all think? Because we didn't talk about it, but real quick, what did y'all think about this small snippet that we seen with Project Athia, that's now known as Forspoken?
I didn't even watch it.
No, I'm very,
That shit
very,
look fire.
very happy
That shit look fire.
from what I saw of Forspoken. So, looking forward.
Obviously, I'm just gonna buy it. I mean, it looked good. I just saw some of the screen grabs and stuff like that. And obviously, I'm gonna buy it. So.
No, I think I'm happy with the decision they made. So shout out to Square Enix for that. Yo. Looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be dope.
Also
What do you mean
pumped
with the
for
decision
Life is
being
Strange 3. That looked good.
Oh, you talking about Shorty, like black female lead character?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, she's beautiful, man. She looks good. She looks good. Yeah.
No, I think they did their thing with that. So the game comes out next year. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. I remember you, but when I saw you, because I went back and saw your reaction, and you seemed a little bit salty because you were like, "Oh, it's too bad. It's 2 years exclusive or whatever." You seemed a little bit salty.
Yeah. I was like,
yeah.
I mean, I can play it, but yeah, it is kind of grimy that it's a 2-year exclusive. That's kind of, I don't know how they fucking did that, but. Hey, but anyway, I mean, that's it. I mean, I'd buy a PlayStation, right? Well, I have a PlayStation for that. So, like, you know what I mean? Last year, I feel like, I don't know, it gave me one of those, how can I say? When I saw Horizon for the first time, it give me that vibe. When I saw that game, even though, you know, in terms of, I don't think it's anything like Horizon, but in terms of like being something new, like the newness of it, like, oh, this is a cool concept. But yeah, man, looking forward to Forspoken. Life is Strange. I'm looking forward to it. I'll play it. Just, I don't know. I feel like been there,
Yeah, I'm
done
not
that.
into the Life is Strange or whatever. It just doesn't appeal to me.
Damn.
All right, guys. But we appreciate you guys coming through. Thank you for tuning in to another episode
Yeah,
of
super chats.
Planet Xbox. Nolan Baptiste says there is a rumor that Xbox is getting Captain America be exclusive to Xbox. What do you guys think?
What? Where? I haven't seen that at all.
I think I'll pull out an action.
I don't know, but-
adventure game, Captain America.
Did
Yeah,
they?
no, I
It
don't-
can be done.
Did anybody ever play the Captain American game that came out when the first movie, I think the first Avenger came out?
I didn't play that.
Nah. I played Captain America and Marvel vs. Capcom, but not.
Come on.
Avengers. Nah, but no, that would be dope, man. That'll be a good answer to Spider-Man. Like definitely, like Microsoft can go to Marvel and get that deal, whatever. Like who do you think Microsoft will put to make it? I think the Coalition could probably do a good job with.
What, Captain America?
Captain America.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen them make any game other than Gears. So, I mean, I'd say get Thor. I don't know. I feel like his game mechanics around Thor might be a lot easier.
No, because you know why? It's going to be compared to God of War.
So.
Oh, so you just want God of War on you? You just want God of War? Nah, Captain America's dope, man. Because Captain America has the shield he can throw. You know what I mean? And come back to it. Captain America is dope, man. Captain America is dope.
They could do like, I don't know, maybe a Black Widow. Do like a kind of like a stealth action game.
Yeah, but I was thinking it's like if they get a superhero, it has to be like something that's like real popular, like something that can be up there like with like a Spider-Man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Black Widow is really not that. I mean, she's popular now, but I'm talking about like that, like like
Wolverine
like,
game would be
Wolverine, something will pull, or even like a Black Panther.
Make a Wolverine game and call it Weapon X. That's it. That's all you have to do.
Anybody
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
the X-Men Origins?
Yeah, that was gold. That was good.
Yeah, that was a good game.
It was really good.
That was a good game.
A
Yeah.
lot better than the movie.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Xbox. I mean, I would like for them to do something to be like competitive in that route. I feel like they have obviously they have the money. They obviously have the studios. They just got to be kind of like they just kind of have to be creative and fulfill that, because when you look at, I highly doubt when they're looking at the spectrum, they see, obviously when Spider-Man came out and how much of an event that was and how popular it is, they're like, oh wait, well, we have our own gaming platform, and we don't have an equivalent to that. You know what I mean? You think there would be somebody to ignite exploration. It inspired fucking Square Enix to go out and get licensed for an Avengers game. So I don't know. Sometimes you want to think that they're not blind to the obvious and whatnot, but if I was in Xbox's shoes and seeing that, seeing what LucasArts is doing with, Star Wars, with, Disney and Marvel got with their licenses, you jump in and take whatever you can and to try to cash in on that cow. And that's where they're missing.
Man.
They're missing. So
Yeah, because I'm telling you right now, like they need like an answer like that, because Spider-Man 2, that shit is gonna be ridiculous. Cause we know it's gonna be PS5 only, and we know Venom is gonna be in the game. So Venom with like ray tracing and shit, like that shit is gonna be crazy. Cause everybody loves Venom. That's everybody's favorite superhero. It's from Spider-Man, right? Venom. Everybody loves Venom. Wait, if they show Venom or they show Carnage and shit like that, then you play as Miles and Peter. That shit is gonna look big. That's gonna be a fucking huge event. I think even bigger than the first game. That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
I'm excited about him.
Yeah, because even Miles Morales is like, remember people were like concerned because like the sales didn't look all that too good or whatever compared to the last Spider-Man.
Stop selling.
But now it's it's in like in the top 3, top 4 like every month. The NPDs is selling. It has legs, spider legs.
That game definitely does deserve it, because I don't know. I enjoyed Miles Morales over the original Spider-Man way more. I don't know if that's just me.
Yeah. I agree, but I think
the game had a lot more heart into it.
I think it's because it was. I don't know why. Well, Miles. I mean, I like Miles. I mean, I like how the game seemed very, cultured, and it was more condensed because you didn't have the unnecessary missions in there. And the story was really good. A really good story. I wasn't expecting a story that to be a story that deep for that type of game, but I enjoyed Miles Morales. I kind of beat it quicker than I wanted to.
I think the hype going around from the Spider-Verse probably like helped. Like Into the Spider-Verse probably helped.
Absolutely.
Yeah, to me, I feel like I'm gonna have more of a personal sentiment with Miles Morales, is because his mom is Puerto Rican.
Mm-hmm.
They got Puerto Rican flags everywhere. They're cooking up the food, so it's gonna it's gonna bring like a lot of nostalgia shit for me or whatever. So it's like that representation there, and we don't really see a lot of at least from like my people for video games. So yeah, I'm very excited for Miles Morales, man. Very excited to play it. Finally, I could have been played, but I didn't want to play the PS4.
Yeah, well, yeah, dude, you won't regret.
Yeah.
Because
that's what people are doing. That's why the sales didn't.
Times on that game were ridiculous.
How are you gonna play it? Are you gonna play it in like what? Are you gonna play it?
The dynamic 4K 60 with the ray tracing. That's how I'm gonna play. Like, why would I pick anything else? I get 60 FPS and ray tracing. I get 60 FPS and ray tracing, baby, and a big ass open. That's what I'm saying. It's like, all this like. This is why first party is so important, man. You need first party because they're gonna show you what the console can do. And so far as like Miles Morales, Demon's Souls, it's like all these other third parties that come out and they're not looking too good on a PS5 or what. Look, listen, this is why first party is important, because they show you what the motherfucker can do. And that shit's very impressive what they did with Miles Morales.
Especially in the amount of time that they pumped that out too. Because not only did they put that out, but then they also did the full remaster of Spider-Man 1. In that same amount of time.
Yeah, I'm gonna play that too. I'm gonna get that free platinum. free platinum for
My
that one.
save for some reason is all messed up and it won't transfer over.
Yeah,
So it's
I have to play. That's why I have to
Well,
start another game. Yeah.
That's Sony for you, right?
yeah, I literally can't. Like, I imported my PS4 save to my PlayStation. It's just it won't. It
Yeah,
don't
they need
want me to do it. I don't get it.
Yeah, they need to do a better job.
Yeah.
That-
Yeah, that's the one thing is like weird. Like I saw that with like the Marvel Avengers, like how difficult like people were having with getting the save data. I'm like, once I updated the game on my Xbox, it just synced my cloud data, and then I was just done. I was ready to go.
All right, guys, let's get out of here. It's been great. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you guys next week. We'll have more questions for Chris as long as his PS5 comes in by then. Shout out to.
I won't even. If I get if my shit comes in on Wednesday, don't even expect.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't even expect you at that point. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I don't even think I wanted to podcast when.
I'm excited for you, Chris.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what all screenshots and stuff you grab from the games and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing I've always been doing, putting out gameplay, putting up, combos and shit. So yeah.
All right, guys. But thank you guys as always. Xbox is the best box. I am the best bot. Good night and good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. We're out of here. And before I go, Dope Boy, when are you putting out this blog for Miami?
It should either be at the end of this week or the beginning of next week. I got the videos on my PC now. I just have to import it into Sony Vegas and just start playing around with it.
Cool. Awesome. Looking
You
forward.
really want to see that vlog,
I'm
man.
just curious because I had my time in Miami was good too. I don't know if I made a blog. I just put I took a bunch of pictures, but yeah, looking forward to it though.
All right.
All right, guys. You guys have a good night.